my name is Bina Walker. I am a mom of 5, and we have a 10, 8, 6, almost 4, and a 10-month-old, and I am so excited to share today basically how to start homeschooling your kid. I get tons of questions. How did you even start? Or where do I start? What do I look into? What do I need to research? I'm going to share some tips today on how to start homeschooling with your child. One of the very most important things is to research the homeschooling laws. Every single state and country has a different law regarding homeschooling, so make sure to research what your state requires in terms of curriculum, testing, record keeping, whether you need to, keep attendance, or how many hours or how many days that you are homeschooling, and you need to keep records of all that stuff. And then also you need to hold on to the curriculum and everything like that. And then secondly, you need to choose a curriculum. What do you want to teach your kids? There's so many different homeschooling curriculums out there that are available. So take the time to research. Choose one that fits your child's learning style and your teaching style. If you are not excited about the curriculum and you're not excited about the imagery and the works and the activities and the art projects and everything else, it's going to come across when you're teaching your kiddo. So make sure you're also excited about it as well. And it's fun and it looks cool. And then you want to set up a dedicated learning space. And for each family, it's completely different. There's people that have their homeschooling stuff just on a cart, or they have a little basket, or their whole entire house is a learning space and environment for their kid. And so really it's important to have a space that is dedicated to learning, free from distractions, and really equipped with everything you need for homeschooling. So there's a place where they know exactly where to get their pencils, they know exactly where to get their resource books or the dictionary. They have a spot where they can put up their laptop to watch lessons, and they know where to find their books, they know where things go, and they have that there. So they're just ready to, kind of grab and go depending on the age level. Fourth is establish a schedule or routine. I personally do not keep a, schedule where, at this time we're doing this, and then 10:30, you better be working on math, and, 12:05, you need to be working on science. We sort of do a rhythm, and we do loop subjects as well. And I can put that video down for you guys to watch. And so we, have a routine or rhythm, and I like saying that way better than a schedule. So creating a daily routine and a schedule can really help your child stay on track and develop good habits for learning. For us, we have morning time where our kids are eating breakfast, and I go over some different subjects and poems and devotions, and we do, different extra things that aren't necessarily in their curriculum kit. And then we go into independent work for the older kids, and then I teach the younger kids. We have snack, lunchtime, and then I do lessons for the older kids while the younger kids are done basically with their schoolwork. And so I have a fourth, second kindergartner and a preschooler, and then we're on our baby schedule because she's 10 months old, and so I basically teach the lessons while she's sleeping. Our fifth point here is incorporate hands-on learning. Hands-on learning can be a great way to make learning more engaging and fun, and look for ways to incorporate hands-on activities into your curriculum. So we have something we're going over composers right now, and our kiddos have a piano recital. And so what we're doing is we are listening to the music, we are watching a YouTube, video about the composer, but the actual booklet about the composers is just all text and a couple pictures. So having these kind of hands-on things where they can sort of, watch and color these, I have some coloring pages too for them. And so having these hands-on activities is really great for them. And even for your preschool, if they're doing sight words, or they're, having, flashcards for their math, getting those math manipulatives are really great for them to, grasp the numbers, or if they have their flashcards, let's build the word with the letter. So that's really great as well. Our sixth point is join a homeschool community. I know when I was first starting, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to. And I wanted my kids to interact and connect with other homeschooling students. And so that was really important to us as well. So we joined a local co-op here in the Houston area. And it was so great to sort of go to these field trips, and it was already planned, and it was really great. And so connecting with other homeschooling families can really provide valuable support, resources, and help help your kiddo to also socialize with other kids. And so that's really great as well. My 7th point is stay organized. Keep track of your child's progress and their assignments and any required paperwork to really make sure you're meeting your state's standards. It's, for the state of Texas, we technically don't need to keep extreme, records of what you're necessarily doing. But I know that some states you have to, take tests twice a year, or you need to make sure that you have the last 3 years of everything your kid has worked on. And so just make sure that you are keeping records of what you need to do for your state. My 8th point is be flexible. Homeschooling really allows for flexibility in scheduling and curriculum, so don't be afraid to adjust your approach as needed to fit your kiddo's need. And so your kiddo's needs. And so for us, every month or two, I like to reassess, okay, here's where we are in this curriculum. What else can I add? Or, can we supplement with something else? And, if we, for instance, when we're learning about the composers, can we go to, the local symphony and, kind of make things hands-on? And I know that for us too, if a certain type of curriculum approach is not working for my child and their learning style, yeah, I do need to revisit it. And also too, adjust with your child's interests. Let's say your kiddo wants to know all about oceans, and right now you're teaching about, zoology. Well, what if you switch to marine biology? So incorporating things that your child is interested in is so beneficial because it's child-led learning on top of your core subjects. And now my next point is encourage independence. As your child is getting older, encourage them to take more responsibility for their learning progress, you guys. And for us, what I like to do is, so in kindergarten, I use the Timber Doodle kits for all my kids, and they have an online scheduler, and that helps me to plan out their weeks and their days. And so I print out a weekly checklist for them. And then in kindergarten, I sit there with them, hey, we have this to do. Which one would you like to do first? And I kind of give them that opportunity to choose as they're progressing and getting closer to first grade. So like, in May and June, I like to have them read what's on their checklist and then choose, hey, here's what we need to do for the whole week. What would you like to start doing first on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? And for the older kids, for my 2nd and my 4th grader, here's your list. And then they know that they should be doing math every single day. They should be doing spelling every single day, and then their language arts every single day. But all the other things, we say pick 2 hard, 2 medium, 2 easy works. And then they kind of schedule it that way as well. So when they have that independence, they're gonna just feel like they just accomplished so much during their day and during their week. And so my 10th point is don't forget about actually socializing your kiddo. And I know, homeschooling parents, they are all about their kid and having them succeed and giving them the resources to, learn and to grow in what they're going to be in their interest. And so many homeschool moms, I know that they take their kids, on hikes. They, literally travel the world, or they travel the country, or they go to all these different museums, which is great because they're exposing their kid to all these different fields of study, which is really amazing. And, there are some homeschoolers who, are lazy. And so make sure you're socializing your kiddo. And so homeschooling can provide just so many opportunities for socialization, through either, co-ops or, gymnastics, soccer, baseball, whatever, church, and simply spending time with friends and family. So for our kiddos, we go to church a couple times a week. We have them go to gymnastics every single week. We send them to piano. We also, on Saturdays, we do like an outdoor sport like soccer or baseball for them. And the girls also do ballet. And so with these opportunities of, meeting other people, how do we talk to other people? How do we introduce ourselves? And we're part of the co-op. So we have lots of ways to help them socialize. Starting to even think about homeschooling your kid can seem very overwhelming because there are so many different ways to homeschool your child. There are so many different homeschooling methodologies and teaching methodologies that you could use. There's every sort of different ways on how to homeschooling. There's game schooling, there's, schooling through nature studies, there's schooling through classical, read the book, write a paper, there's unschooling, deschooling, there's Montessori, Charlotte Mason, there's all sorts of different ways on how to approach curriculum and homeschooling. And so I just hope that, you need to figure out your why. That was something that was very important to us. Why do we want to homeschool? What is important to us? What do we want to instill in our children? And let me find curriculum that is basically agreeing with the goals that I have for my child. Dr. Maria Montessori is very important to us, and how she believes in teaching a child and how a child processes information. And I know our Timberdoodle kids are not Montessori per se, but what I do like is that they have those hands-on activities, and they're letting the child go deeper in some of the works where, if they're learning about geography and they are interested in a country, well, how can we support you to learn more about that country? What do you want to know? And me as a mom and their teacher, how can I give you the resources so that you are able to learn what you want to learn? Is it a book? Is it a video? Is it doing a painting? Is it, creating a craft about that country? And so, it's just, homeschooling has given us so much freedom to really figure out what our kiddos are interested in, as they're doing their core subjects. And I am so excited that we did this. We are on our 3rd year homeschooling in a couple months. And I am just, I love it. I can't even imagine not doing this for them. And so as you're starting your journey, know your why, write all the reasons why you want to homeschool, why it may not work for your family, write down what you want to teach your kid, and then go find that curriculum. I hope this video helped you guys. Comment below with your why. I want to know other people's why. Comment down why you are homeschooling, and like and subscribe. Click that notification bell, you guys. It helps out the YouTube algorithm, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.